Masakara mbona mwezi game bwana?
Unataka game gani?
Genz na Southampton.
Mimi najua game ya mbavu na majembe peke yake. Hiyo Arsenal ililisha kitambo. Ya Arsenal walishatolewa kwa kikombe kama T-bag. Kwa Arsenal walikuwa wachukue kikombe gani? Ati walisema wasiwambage na treble. Treble gani na Southampton wako macho? Treble gani na Southampton wako macho? Washakanyagwa shingo kabisa. Tuliwaambia mtulie Arsenal. Sasa hivi mnaongelea treble from Kodapo. Bwana hii ni weak team. Tuliambia Arsenal team ndogo. Hii ni timu haijiwezi. Hata mafans wana support Arsenal. Na shangaa wanakuanga aje. Hata walisupport Arsenal. Arsenal inapigwa na kila team. Ilipigwa inataka kupigwa na Man City. Leo tena mpaka kwa Southampton. Wednesday tunangoja Swiss Sport Lisbon. Alafu Premier League. Man City ndio mapema. Arteta ni ule tu. Tunawaambia tafadhali msifute Arteta. Una mwenye tunazoea. Una mwenye tunapenda. Arteta to the world. Una Arteta tunataka. Una Arteta tunajua. Mwenye apendi vikombe ndio tunajua. Arteta mwenye apendi vikombe. Una Arteta bwana.
Ni baya.
Hey, my Arsenal, why would you lose like this? Why? I'm pissed off, I'm annoyed, it is disgusting. Why would you want to spoil my night? I just had a beautiful night. Why would you spoil my night? Simple, just beat Southampton, simple. Why do you want to complicate things? We are losing now. Listen, we were in 4 cups. 4. Now we are out of 2 of them. We are out of the EFL Cup. Back to back. Now we are out of even the FA Cup. No. No freaking way, no. Now, what am I going to say now? Everybody's going to come so hard on me and start laughing at me. We only had hopes of getting quadruple. And then we lost 1. We went treble. Now we're only depending on the Premier League or the Champions League. My Arsenal. What is this? After all the Arteta's theatrics of saying that everybody was injured and bringing them back, what's wrong with my club? When we have hopes, when we look like we are this close, it keeps on getting us far away. What's wrong with my club? My Arsenal.
Sisi kama Timbabu the Destroyer tulikuwa dhani tumejangori kumbe Southampton ndio wamejangori zaidi. Hii ni mambo gani wamefanya sana jameni? Hatulali huku leo, hatulali jameni. Vikombe 2 in just less than 2 weeks. Vikombe 2 zimeenda hivyo. Arteta ndio the man. Arteta ndio the man. Watu wangu wa Manchester United, watu wa Arsenal, watu wa Liverpool, watu wa Manchester City. Bana, kuna link nyingine kwa bio hapo guys. Finya hiyo link tupatana hapo kwa WhatsApp channel. Kuna mazuri nimewawekea hapo mazee. Finya tupatana, tunataka kufika hata 20,000 leo. Juu ni mbaya. Kuna kitu inataka kuangushwa hapo sahihi. Bana, kama hujaingia kwa hiyo channel, mnatukosea. Watu waje kwa hiyo channel. Juu sahihi mazuri imeanza kuonekana. Mazuri imeanza kuonekana. Na ni mbaya. Tutawapanga. Kuna vile admin anapanga mambo yake hivyo. Kila mtu anafurahia. Watu watajangori hapo lakini kila mtu anafurahia, ni mbaya.
Arteta in or Arteta out? If there is a huge conversation that is running through the minds of most Arsenal fans right now, it is whether we should keep Arteta by the time we're done with this season, or we should just let go of Arteta completely. All right? And both of us who are thinking from these angles of Arteta in or Arteta out are actually correct or right, depending on the argument that they bring on the table. Look, for those of the people that are saying Arteta in, that Arteta should keep on remaining at Arsenal, they are right. Because if you look at what Arteta has been able to do at Arsenal, the identity that he has brought in terms of football, all right? The way we are playing, the culture that he has brought in, all right? The way he has brought in that competitiveness, the way he has increased the level of competitiveness of Arsenal on the table right now, and how Arsenal used to play in a few years before he joined in. Honestly speaking, if people want to argue and say that Arteta in based on that argument, they're actually right. And then there is those of the people that are saying Arteta out. They're also right depending on the argument that they have got. All right? And I also agree with them. Look, some people will tell you that Mikel Arteta has brought in the culture, everything. Football has been brought in. He has brought in that, spirit of even fans belonging with the players and bringing in that connectivity. But unfortunately, Arteta is losing on games that matter the most. Because when we began this season, we were playing so well. We played very beautiful football, very competitive. We were a threat to every competitor that was playing with us. And everybody was talking about Arsenal is perfect at almost 100%. And then all of a sudden, games that matter the most, Arteta is losing them. Games that matter the most, Arteta is panicking. That is why you see he's making a couple of very unnecessary changes, unnecessary squad selection. Not going straight up in and being sharp in making decisions. Decisions like, either Kepa should play or not. Decisions like those ones. Decisions on who should play or not. The style of play. And that one is annoying people. People are saying, why can't we maintain the same way we have been playing at the beginning of the season? Because we were threatening teams, we were scoring, we were winning matches easily, in total dominance of the game. And that line of people that are thinking about Arteta out, they are saying that honestly speaking, Arteta has taken us to a level where we play so well, start so well, and towards the end of the season, we start losing games that matter the most. And both of them are actually right. And it's actually very confusing. Basing on how you want to argue and see it, it's confusing. All right? So it's actually a situation that honestly speaking, it's even confusing my mind. Should we keep him or should we let him go? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you still believe that Arteta is the right man for us? Or do we just let go of him? What are your thoughts? Talk to me in the comment section there.
Ombea adui yako aishi siku nyingi, ili unapobeba efe wajione kwa macho, ni mbaya watu wangu wa Arsenal timbwakala. Ati madui wa Arsenal wanataka Southampton tupige kesho. Ati Southampton watupige kesho. Hawawezi bwana. Lazima tubebe FA. Na FA ni timbwakala Arsenal. Tuko na FA mingi bwana. Na tuko long holiday.
If annoying was a club, then it has to be my club, Arsenal. Because tell me, how do we lose to freaking Southampton? Southampton that is not even on the Premier League. Southampton that are supposed to be underdogs, they are beating us 2-1. How? I'm asking myself, how? When teams like Manchester City that were playing against Liverpool, they have won 4-0. Chelsea, playing with another underdog, they have won with 7+ goals. Us as Arsenal, when we think that we are on the conversation of the quadruple, we lose on the EFL, we get into treble. Now we have lost another, cup, FA. Now it only means you're only on the Champions League and the Premier League. And that's not even the case. Why are we losing games that matter the most? Why? What was the whole essence of us being on this FA Cup or even the FL or the EFL? Waiting for until it is the semi-finals, or the quarter-finals, so that you can be eliminated. Why? What was the whole need? What was the need of players playing so many matches for no apparent reason if we knew very well we are not going anywhere? Because this display we've shown today, it is very annoying. It is pissing me off. It is not a display of a club that wants it all. It is a display of a team that is looking like they're trying to, they're not certain. It's annoying. It is very, very bad. And I'm only hoping that as you're going to be playing on the Premier League, we're not going to go with this same kind of behavior. This same way where we play well, but we just concede anyhowly. I don't freaking want to see that sort of behavior. Because now this is getting annoying. And you know what happens in football? When you lose one match, what it does to your mentality or your momentum. We lost to Manchester City on the EFL Cup. Now we have lost to Southampton. I don't even know what's going to happen next when you're going to be playing against Bournemouth. I don't know. I don't even want to imagine what is going to happen. Remember, we're going to be on, that is on the Premier League. We're going to be playing on the Champions League against Sporting CP. What's going to happen there? It is pissing me off big time. And I'm looking at it and I'm asking myself, what is wrong? What is happening? Why is it that we always panic when it matters the most? Why is it that we always want to let ourselves down when we are this close, yet we make it look so far away? I'm looking at this game. Total control. Creating a lot of opportunities, but not taking them. In charge of the possession, second balls. We were doing everything, apart from scoring. And then we just do 2 blunders that, lead to Southampton scoring 2 goals. It pisses me off big time. I'm annoyed right now. Hey, Arsenal. Hey.
Hakuna watu wameumia leo kama watu walikuwa na support mbavu na Arsenal. Leo siku ni mbaya. Unataka kuniambia Arsenal hawatabeba quadruple? Hawatabeba treble? Na hii UCL mnaona kama watabeba? Na hii EPL mnaona kama watabeba? Acha tu ni wapresentie kitu watabeba hii season. Mimi naona kama Arsenal watabeba hii, na msijaribu kujifananisha na Chelsea. Ati hata nyinyi mmetolewa, mtatolewa. Wewe, hii badge niko nayo for 4 years. Nilishinda kikombe last season. Na si kikombe, nilishinda vikombe 2. So, ukitaka kujifananisha, jifananisha na Manchester United. Ulikuwa umeshinda 2020, tuko 2026. Sasa ni 6 good years haujabeba hii kikombe. Usijifananisha na Chelsea. Mimi nimebeba vikombe. Nyuma ya hiyo, vikombe zangu ni mingi sana. Hebu anza kuhesabu na uanzie na Champions League ya 2021. Na bado hujaguza Europa. Na hii Club World Cup na Conference. Usijifananishe na Chelsea. Kitu naweza beba. Arsenal wanateseka. Arsenal wanateseka.
Overrated managers.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Do you think
Mikel Arteta
overrated?
Overrated. Unamaliza 5 season 7 season una kikombe. Yeah?
How about Liverpool?
Arsenal.
Arsenal! Hey! Arsenal, hii ni yenu jamani, tucheze wote. Tunasemaje eti nyinyi ni nani? Failure. Hey! Mtu yake mbele. Arsenal ni nani? Failure. Wewe. Hai, ndio huyu. Hai, failure. Mbele. Hey, failure.
And we're relying on a 16-year-old kid, Max Dowman. Look how effective they were in the final third. They scored, they hit the crossbar, and they scored again. Yeah. We had so many chances to, but always the extra pass. Slow. It's only when Gyökeres came on, a little bit of urgency, and we're relying on a 16-year-old kid, Max Dowman. He was excellent in the game. He was the one taking on players. He was the one driving up players, whether it was out wide, whether it's through the midfield. But everybody else today, apart from I'd say Gabriel, when he came off, that was a big miss, right?
It was.
But everybody else, I'm telling you, they were so below par, and it simply weren't good enough.
Do you look at you?
And all this thing about players, Havertz played during the weekly. He played on international duty. Yeah. It's his man. He played, innit? He's playing. Ben White's just played 2 games for England.
Yeah, they both look unfit, both of them.
Unfit?
They both looked it.
No, not unfit. Poor.
Okay, yeah.
Poor Ben White. That mistake that he made for the first game, shocking. First goal.
Woza guys. Hey, Arsenal. Timu kubwa siku zombo. Hey. Hii hata sasa ukiambia mtu Arsenal haizi ingia kwa kichwa. Hata mimi mwenyewe niingi. Arteta anawatakia nini watu Arsenal? Arteta huyu. Niliongea nikasema ukiona tu Arrizabalaga kwa post yoyote. Unajua tu kipa hata acha shuti zenye anapigwa. Kipa peke yake akisimama kwa goal, anapea madefender nguvu ya kuzuia. Kipa tu peke yake. Wanajikata kijua hapo nyuma kuna mtu. Lakini Arrizabalaga kwa chuma, mali tumefikia baada na mimi Arrizabalaga sure. Na wale tulipiga muhindi tafadhali sema hai kwa comment section. Unajua tu nafikiria vile FA ilikosa. Sasa atio hakuna mahali muhindi alipigwa. Huku ni tofauti na huku kwa channel. Nikwambia kama ukitaka kuekelea na kupiga muhindi, ingia kwa hiyo channel alafu relax ujione. Usiekelee. Wewe na akili yako mingi enda ukae huko. Usiekelee, tulia tu uone vile watu wanapiga muhindi. So wale walikula game ya Arsenal, nataka niwaone comment section. Wale walipiga muhindi jana usiku, nataka niwaone game ya Arsenal. Wale ati game ya comment section. Ati game ya Arsenal. Wale walipiga muhindi mchana. Kama ulipiga muhindi mchana, comment section. Comment section. Niwaone tu. At least muniokolee. Joto nasema jamaa saa FA game prediction. Na huko mimi sitoangi prediction. Uzuri mimi natoa prediction kidogo sana. Natoanga kidogo sana. Lakini kuniona tunatoa prediction huko sitoangi. Utaona tu zinawekwa na watu wanakula, si mimi. Mimi hata jana zile vile walikuwa wamekaa game ya Arsenal walikuwa wanasema, hawa watu kupea tu Arsenal kichwa wanashindwa. Kupea tu Arsenal kichwa wanashindwa kwa group. Kumbe walikuwa wanajua, ni mbaya guys. Lakini Arsenal hiyo kikombe pia tutataka kutaka. Atuachane tu hivyo.
Arsenal has to be the biggest scam in all of sports. Because what do you mean Arsenal fans have been talking all season long about a damn quadruple when they can't even beat a championship side in 7th place? And no disrespect to Southampton, because this team gave it their all. They freaking balled out today. What a freaking show this team put on, with Arsenal having zero answer all game long. Even with 9 corners, Southampton was finally the team to do it. We have nothing good to say about this Arsenal performance. Calafiori's defending was so bad, he still thinks he's playing for the Italian national team. Players themselves are confused because they're thinking, how the hell did we go from thinking we're gonna win 4 trophies this season to now being out of the FA Cup? This fan base has been scammed by Trust the Process FC, telling me Arsenal's the best team in the world and they can't finish off a shot like this? This is how they come back from international break? Tried to tell y'all, and you guys get so mad at me every single time I say this about Arsenal. But until this team wins a trophy, I don't want to hear about how good they are. Because guess what? They're not.
Woza guys, watu wanajiuliza Samje aliingiza kichwa wapi jana? Hatujamuona online. Sasa nimepigwa imetolewa yako wapi bana? Guys, msisahau mimi na concentrate na channel ya kuwekelea kupiga mwindi. Huko ndo watu wananyosha mwindi. Huko ndo na concentrate nayo. Huku kwa online ni ubanta ndio mingi. Ubanta ndio mingi. Nasitaki kujitetea. Mimi nilisikika nikisema vizuri. Arsenal wanapiga Southampton. Southampton hakuna kitu hapo. Arsenal wanaenda final FA. Niliongea but usahau nilianza ubanta. But tukirudi sasa tuongee fact. Hii game pia Arteta alipeana kwa sababu mimi niliwaambia hapo after ile game ya Carabao. Ukiona Arrizabalaga, niliambia wase, ukiona Arrizabalaga kwa game zote zenye zimebaki za Arsenal, jua Arteta kikomba hataki. Wangapi waliona video? Nilisema nikarudia kwa hizo video na naenda kuziduet. Nilisema ukiona Arrizabalaga kwa mchuma, acha na tuna nini? Raya kwa tu bench pale. Raya anafanya nini bench? Raya. Hapo ndio Arteta unaona akili yake sasa imeanza kukosa kuwa na akili. Raya anafanya nini kwa bench? Raya anapeanga defender motisha. Anazuia vitu zenye hazizuiliki hata na shetani mwenyewe. Pengine Mungu. Raya anazuia. Alafu unachukua Arrizabalaga unaweka hapo. Mimi niliona nikaboeka. Nikasema Arrizabalaga kwa chuma. Hii hata nikasema sina maoni. Mimi nenda concentrate na vita ya majembe na mbavu. Memba ya Arsenal. Aya tungoje tu. Mimi mkiona Arrizabalaga next. Mkiona Arrizabalaga next. Arrizabalaga amecost Arsenal vikombe ngapi? Final na FA. Alafu tena mimi naye hapana bana. Lakini Arsenal bana. Poleni bana. Lakini prediction yangu mnaikumbuka ile ya kwanza. Acha na hizo sasa hii. Mimi nilisema Premier League na UEFA. Hizo ndio niliambia. Hizi zingine FA na Carabao sema ni bonus. Na nikasema sasa nikitaka inachukua. Na nilikuwa nasema sasa ninataka kuchukua itawin pia hizo vikombe. Lakini prediction yangu ya kwanza ilikuwa ni Premier League na UEFA. Lakini the way mnaenda Arsenal, nyinyi bana mmeanza kunini. Lakini ni mbaya. Sasa I think kukosa hizo vikombe mbili Arteta amelan lesson. Kama hajalan lesson, hii ndio season na wasindikiza peke yake. Next season na concentrate na timu yangu. Na concentrate na timu yangu. Lakini ni mbaya guys. Ni mbaya.
You better go and win it. You better go and win it. Don't start winding me up, right? I'm telling you that now, right? A decent side and a decent squad, right? You have them here, just in case things don't go right. Why is he bringing on Gyökeres in? What's he doing here?
He needs to win the game.
What's he doing here?
We need to win the game.
What is he doing here?
We need to win the game. He brings him on.
So why ain't Rice here then? And he ain't playing. Gyökeres, you're winding me up.
Go on.
Right, Gyökeres has just played a qualifier, right? And another qualifier.
He's confidently.
Right. He hasn't been sitting on his arse for 2 weeks, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
But he's here today. So, and that's what I'm saying. If there's an injury to Rice and whatever, I accept it.
Well, this might have been.
They're on the fucking plane at Porto, in Portugal, that is wrong, Cecil. Can't you see that? They should be here on the bench because if things go wrong, you have them on.
I don't. You're gonna see them and Sporting. That's the. He's rested them.
So what are you telling me then? This doesn't matter then.
No, it does matter, Lee. But the players that he put out there and the bench should have been strong enough to beat Southampton.
But it wasn't.
Well, that's hindsight, though. We expect Arsenal to have won this game today. That's the truth. I know we haven't. But that's hindsight.
But they haven't, have they?
Yeah, I know.
So you have your players to come on and rectify it like most teams do.
Oh, he had Gyökeres there, he had
Man
Saliba
City
there.
played their full team today.
They're not in the Champions League. They're not playing midweek. All right.
Right, so what happens when you go like, you know what I mean? You're going to carry on like,
I don't know
You
now.
tell me that now. He better win it then, better if he's doing that.
I agree with you there, but he's not.
There's no excuses now. You can't turn around and go, all right, we were unlucky in the game. He has to win the Champions League because he's tossed this away.
Fair, okay,
Is
that's
that
fair,
what you're
that's fair.
saying?
That's fair. That's fair.
Because he's left players that should be on the bench today. I'm not saying about the 11.
All right.
I'm saying that if things ain't going right, like they weren't, you bring on Gyökeres.
Yep. And Saliba.
Right, someone needs to tell Madueke, right,
Go on.
that there's lines, and when you go over those lines, that's that you're out of play. Because he continually keeps running through them.
Fair. Finished off.
Right, he wasn't. No, I'm going to stop you. I ain't finished yet.
Go on.
Madueke, right? I see him in a brace 2 days ago, and he's on the pitch today. So don't tell me about all of this and all that, like, you know what I mean? If he's rested players today, right? If he's rested players for today, for Portugal, you better go and win it. You better go and win it, right? At the end of the day, because that's what you've done.
Nah. Seriously. Someone tell me that tweet ain't real. Someone tell me that tweet ain't real. Because if there is, then give that person a raise. What a reply to a tweet sent by an Arsenal fan talking about lucky win. Brother, the admin is trolling you. The admin is saying, enjoy your quadruple. There ain't no quadruple. Nah. Talk about elite trolling, man. That admin there, right there, that's a dagger to every Arsenal fan's heart. Because there were chats of quadruple at the start of the season. There were talks of we're in every competition, but to do that right there, it's long for Arsenal. Because there's been a running theme with Arsenal fans on Twitter that they love to give it, but when it's come back to them, when the shoe's on the other foot, it's peak. I swear, whoever that person was, you didn't need to do that, man, but they can do that. Big up to them. The first time in the FA Cup in over 50 years. Enjoy it, Southampton. Tweet of the year. By far, right now, that is tweet of the year. That right there, sensational.
With Tiger from China, boom boom. So China does, he kindly brother, boom boom. Them say me love sing boom, me boom boom. I got a classic boom boom, me pop me boom boom. My man right here, him love me boom boom. So me nah stop sing, he know me boom boom. You have black boom boom and tiny boom boom. White boom boom, Hispanic boom boom. Asian boom boom, Indian boom boom. Every man and every woman come from boom boom. King says she nah give back a near the boom boom. So Kanye move on to Julia boom boom. Then Shanae boom boom, Peter Kim boom boom. So Kanye go buy out beside a Kim boom boom. Boom power, this a boom boom power. Pat up your boom boom and power. Pat your boom.